XLG certainly putting on a better face when it comes to Haven, and now they come to a map where, well, we've seen them challenge NRG
on defense,
not too long ago.
DE on
They
attack.
didn't win it, but it was a very close affair. I think my hopes are definitely high that we can get a third map out of this one.
That's nice.
I definitely expect it.
So glad that they're not playing the triple sensei.
Now they have no smoke here, so they have no smoke. They do it to get over towards the site, and then they triple swing.
Is a gamble and a half.
They close to finding Happyway there.
We'll see if it works out for them. Ooh, the smoke they go. Well, Happyway has just met almost the entirety of the opposing team. One player has just been stuck behind the wall, by the way, all the way back towards the spawn, and they are still looking to fight even further forward. Lysor is waiting. Now that he's seen the aggression, that's where GE decide to go back.
Bring them down. Well, GE are now looking to fight
nice
forward.
Good grab that too.
Could be huge. They've got so many.
Pass out another nice on him.
Here with a lot of kills. In fact, they very much do. A 1-0 start.
Another opening pistol drop.
And again, this is where they were putting on a very good show up against NRG on the defense. So starting out with a pistol, definitely a good sign.
Yeah, for sure. Like you go back to even before playing against NRG.
If they lose this map, I will.
Once they started playing this comp,
find out who made this decision.
3 different appearances.
They
lost 9 rounds.
It's a bold one. They're very good at Lotus.
I don't think it was Frost's fault.
13-2 at 13-0.
I think he was outvoted on this one.
This is a composition that teams in China at least will have been trying to beat and failing. And sure, GE obviously will have come in and they know their scrim partner, they know the comp, they know what's coming. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to have the ability to beat it. Already, though.
I'll take that one.
A 5 Spectre buy. It means that, I'd say at least on the A site, there's some vulnerabilities in this weapon's range, but on the rest of the map, on B and C, you can play a lot of close angles.
Mixer thing or whatever.
And of course, in this round, they're not up against much.
I have no idea about it.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, the Spectres are going to shred.
Fine.
I mean, it might end late, right?
Up against.
It's just a thing that's like
as long as they can get those
starting
first
after the
shots
games.
off.
I don't know what the full plan of it is.
Paranoia. There's not going to be much a chance for you
They,
to
like,
even
booked
make
out a
it out
pub or
alive.
something.
That said, he survives a little longer, gets traded out on. Not bad damage if they can get a few more. That looks questionable. Okay, Javi,
one more, yes.
Oh, that's impressive, bruh.
He was caught there by the net, and Crystal now has a chance. Still just a classic.
There was a
no
chance
man will
there.
get him in the end, but you
And
know,
you
Tom,
got to be
when
happy with that damage.
Yeah.
5 Spectres.
Overall,
you
good.
don't want to be getting out with just
Good ult
2.
charge for the Seekers as well.
You kind of
what the hell is
expect
going
that
on
to
there?
almost come home as a relatively clean round when your opponents had nothing to play with, but it was just Harvey at the back of the site that made that one incredibly costly. It means there's not going to be a lot to play with here, other than, of course, the bounds of utility that are available for XLG. And I will say, going into this map, something that does excite me is seeing Autumn back on the Duelist. I think over the last couple of days, that has been where
aggro.
he truly shines.
8-person duel.
Already some
he headbutted it.
A bit of a shake.
He actually hit him with it.
Oh god, Lysor gets 2 with a
Spectre. Been able
Spectre.
to bring this back. So I was going to say an even scenario, but eventually
They've lost
Pac-Man
all the
caught it.
guns, but we can't afford any more deaths.
To try
They
to
still
take
fade
these
util,
fights
so they know he's like
on such a
in
big
the
map
area.
as well. It's going to be hard to find any value. XLG, though, have Happyway's utility covering off C. They've got a camera outside that's giving a ton of information. Very deep control. And a lot of utility sat on the B site, albeit without No Man. 2 of those sensors won't do anything. So really, all they have to worry about is the A site. All they have to worry about is Leo taking a fight. But tucked in this corner, there is the... No, they're going to check it. Of course they are. Autumn first around the corner, nicely done. And now
that is
the
good.
3v1.
Happyway.
I like this
Now
from
it comes
Happyway.
down to
Decides to
damage,
push
and if he
behind so that he can
continues
get the gun, right?
On this trajectory, they're going to get the information very early that he could be
min-
coming from behind. That's the
Thanks.
problem. There is still the wall in play, and there you go with it being tripped immediately. They know that they can take towards the spawn. Just look at Crystal. He's already walked all the way back around and is just watching in case he comes back through B. The rest of the players can just hold on to the cross. It becomes incredibly difficult. Now, the one good thing for Happyway is he's found a rifle. Has enough to buy into the next round, but also he can start to question, do I just want to hold on to this gun instead?
This is so fun.
I just don't want them to suffer more damage.
Would be very valuable
Good
for
for
him, but
Crystal.
stepping into Crystal's angle has one outcome, and one outcome only. 2-1. And look,
Like
Again,
they
this is
were
the early
confident
half
enough to
we
min-max
expect.
that
You
as
win
well and try and get the
pistol,
extra
you
orb.
win the follow-up anti-eco, and now you come into this, the bonus, and lose it. It all goes as expected. When we talk about the defensive side for XLG, we know that in buy rounds, when the footing is even, they have a very good chance after what we saw up against NRG.
Or one from Seekers.
So this
yeah.
round is really where I expect to see that turn around. You can
It's
see
gonna be
right
the
away
same
on
fight.
the A site. They're going to try some
Yeah,
aggression.
pretty much.
Larga's
This
going
time
to put
Sheila
that
have
slow
guns
down,
now.
stopping
The
G from
3v4
taking
for
space.
full
Put a
wall.
dash online. Autumn can still make it across.
Huh.
In fact, the blast pack's got Udaton there. The TP got Patman in. They are committing
Holy.
to this fight.
Dumping
The
everything.
nade
On the
ever.
east side,
Oh,
there's
what's
a
that
lot
nade,
more bodies
bro?
than they
How?
might expect here, though.
This is the
You know?
benefit of this
You
call
know?
already. Udaton walking into angles. Has managed
Oh,
to
Judo!
third of the round
Messes up
already.
his nade, but then does that.
Raga,
Rescued.
with a couple of low enemies, had a chance, but
There's flank coming in.
yeah, they're both just waiting. They're almost just trying to bait. They're making sounds
The
while
rug
not
is
giving
like,
anything
well,
away.
they're
Like maybe
waiting
trying
for
to
something.
Ah,
Didn't know what.
looking at what Crystal maybe just a little bit early on
Whatever.
that one.
They've got it out. They've got it out.
Yeah,
But
they
they
played
can
it well.
now just rotate back in the other direction. Raga given slightly more of an
Oh,
opportunity.
Oh.
to
is
get
he?
Does he use it?
Yeah, but look who's waiting around. Crystal hasn't fled the scene. Instead, he's still waiting
Nice.
on the A
He
side.
was going for the guy tree.
He'll find himself
He
the
died at
close
tree.
to the round. The second
Was
for
that
GE in the
Lysor?
lead. No longer
Yeah,
in
maybe.
XLG's hands.
The Omenor.
solid round from Udaton as well.
Oh, yeah.
By isolation.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
of that individual brilliance
They
that
were
we
pinging on Lysol's body, huh?
saw especially in the series versus Leviathan. And they will now equal. That is an early pause.
I mean, I
Lose
think that's a
two
good.
rounds and
I think that's a good
immediately
pause.
Yeah, it's
gonna be
not.
seeing
I mean,
a
it's
pause called by
understandable.
XLG.
They got to change their plan to go and
That's
aggro
definitely
A.
a surprise.
I
Of course,
think
we
if they
know
get
this
any
defense
ults out of
can
them
be their
in that round, they
coin-based
probably
win
don't call
condition.
a pause
By
as easily.
needing
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the fact that they just got it
to
straight
sort of
up
really
and they
put
didn't
up
have to
rounds
commit
on this
anything
side.
else.
And I will
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
the one thing I do like about this composition in terms of facing off against XLG is that elevation that you can take. Like, even if you go in towards the C site and maybe you have the Sage Wall, you have a Lotus stop blocking you,
If I would have gone for
three
the
of the
knife, yes,
players
he would have.
can
And
get through
then
in
he would have
some
turned
manner.
around and he
Two,
would have fucking
a little
died.
bit more easier than the rest. And I think that's why this kind of works, because
I mean,
you
might
are
have worked
basically
better
going,
than the
what
shot
is the
here.
crux of this
the
composition
shot.
that is irritating? It's the fact that we can't take space. Okay, let's go into agents that
I
can
saw
take the
going
space.
for the
At a
Nerf
risk,
Bucky.
at a pretty big risk at times. But if you believe that you can win those individual fights, which I think if you look at
No, we keep
Udaton,
saying
the
that,
way
but
he played
I
that
feel
round,
like
he
the
definitely
times that the
believes he
shotguns have
can.
come out have
This
widely.
now becomes a,
Yeah,
got
they've
a
been
big
around.
value to what they're throwing out. And
The
maybe
judge is
that's
still
That
going
was the-
strong.
but
The
Yeah,
Bucky got a kill the
for
other
it
day.
to go,
B
okay,
holds that they had
we need
earlier.
to change something
was
now.
Ethan.
Otherwise, if this happens
Absolutely
3
destroyed them.
or 4 more rounds,
I'll do
we're
that
already in a bad spot.
stop.
Yeah, I agree with you
Jump
entirely. Seeing
in the
that pause out
1v2.
early is
I was so.
Don't
like, if
see it a
you
lot.
lose
It
because of
usually
this,
means the game plan from
you've
top to bottom
absolutely
is
fucked
not
it.
working, and
Like-
The
something
comms didn't come in
drastic
that he could have
needs to
healed.
change.
Yeah,
And he
no,
thought
no,
he was
not at
gonna
all.
HP, yeah.
And
It
even
just
if
was
he
made, hopefully,
hadn't
that this will
healed,
not be the round that
there's no reason to do that when you
at
can
least
just
the majority
1v2
of
him.
the
Yeah, in
time
the
that we see
1v2.
the
You
reward
can do that
found
later in the
for any
1v2.
Yeah, that's
Hopefully
just
later.
a full-blown overheat,
GF
and basically there's
rifles.
like
They have ults to
no
fall
reason
back
to
on. Even
ever
if you can get one of
make
those
that
out of
play.
it, it could be a win. The Seekers, perhaps the most likely, or the Showstopper, but this should be an easy follow-up from GE and an opportunity to take the lead as they're up against just a couple of pistols. No shields across the board, making
you
this
always have to
weapon
mention
in Autumn's
Coinbase.
hand
Yes,
very,
we
very
fly it
dangerous indeed.
like
But I
twice a
like
game.
what XLG are doing, just
Yeah.
sitting back and setting traps.
That
waiting
comes
for
up,
GE
then
to step
call it
into
out. But that's why sometimes it's on the timeout, sometimes it's not.
Seekers are going to go out.
Thanks, Autumn.
That makes all of those positions nowhere near as valuable. This is the thing. You might look
And
at
only
that,
using
right? They got
Seekers,
out of them.
great
When they have
value.
as many as they do, you almost want to cycle them a little bit. Having all 5
Then
online is
Autumn
almost
played-
a waste at times. And if it
Last
makes
time he
a
played
round like
Jet,
this
Ho Chi
clean
Minh,
and
I
helps
think?
you build those credits up, that holds a lot
Yeah?
more
I
value.
think he played it there, and I think
for
it
the
was
side of global
I think it was
esports
poor.
than just
I
having
don't
all
think
of
it
those ults for the next round.
performed
Yeah,
very
as much
well
as
on
you'd
it.
love to have Seekers to go into a
This
site with the
is
Showstopper,
very nice to see.
you
That's
also
not
have
so
the
much.
Skydog. Should help out.
Standing.
Just to find that information to point the rocket in the right direction. Lysor, last alive, and look, if they didn't already hear the bookie
Yeah,
firing
it is old
earlier,
comfort for
they
him.
certainly know what they're up against
Been
now,
a
seeing
while.
that smoke bloom. But for Lysor, we can see his chances of getting any kills
He used to play a lot
are
of Jet,
fairly
right?
low.
Yeah, yeah,
Going
yeah.
down to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
spike is
I mean, he was
play,
playing
and
Jet
when he
earlier in
goes towards
kickoff as
spawn,
well.
he'll die to
Yeah,
Udaton.
okay.
who does have the
Has to
showstopper.
be.
It's probably his
already,
most
so
played.
Giving him an orb is not the end of the world. A little bit of cash.
Yeah, by far. Yeah.
Third round
Yeah,
for
large
GE.
margin.
Well, that's kind of the funny
Got
thing.
crazy
Is, like, I was
stats
looking at
on-
Autumn, like,
yeah.
almost tempted to go into that smoke. It's like, no, you have ult. Everybody other than Patman has ult, who needs one orb. There really isn't any value in you fighting this anymore. Let him keep the Bucky if he wants to. And while in the end, Yudotan's position is enough. Lead taken
Casting the final.
No.
by GE.
I imagine it'll be
But
someone
this
British.
really is looking like a
I
swing
will
round.
be gone, so I won't even be here
ultimates.
to
Okay, well then.
to cast
Almost
it. So.
online for both sides, but four
I fly back
already
to Korea
on the
on
XLG
Saturday.
side. Buy back up after
I'll
the pause,
do
which was
first
where
day of
we saw the
playoffs,
turnaround
and then
in the first
I
half
leave.
of the last map. And I wonder if they're going to maybe play
And
a
then
slightly
we'll have,
more passive game, force their opponents to execute. But
It's kind of
that's
just like a
not
shift
quite
change.
as
Then we'll have
worrying
Golden
when
Boys
you have
joining,
these ults
Mimi's coming
online.
out. Also the announcement in the roster. Puka,
You're looking at
Anthony Hypock, Brent Slideshow.
ability to get in there and just steal one of the other players. GE have already made noise on this C site, and you can see XLG are ready to pounce. No man standing by, thinking about the annihilation, but all the while,
Shadows traveling.
GE are scaling up now towards this A site. Less heavily defended. This is where the res is as well, so getting these picks early is going to make it much harder for XLG to ramp back into things. But the problem is that while they're creeping up here, it seemed for a moment like XLG had a perfect read. They haven't sent no man this way, at least, but Leo is still standing by. 3 players on the A side. The fake on C better be good.
There goes.
Oh,
That shows.
I'd have given the
Set
extra.
it, set it. What?
No way, went past him.
Okay, saved. Never mind.
Elsewhere. Raga's done well.
Ah, it's good. Gives him a lot of space on this. Do they take the space? Fader goes out.
Sure
That's
that
a bad
space is
fader.
confirmed. We are
Oh,
gonna
really?
see
Oh,
utilization.
my God.
Actually, just an aggressive peek out from Crystal. One player caught.
You will not kill my
Nothing.
ally.
Res
Res.
used. And that puts the favor back for the defense.
Oh,
that
my
movement's
God!
Crazy.
Throws it up for a trade.
Oh my
And
God.
VALORANT brings it back into a 1v1.
on him.
But I don't know if he's ever seen Autumn in this corner.
Bang the box.
He almost walked past him just moments ago. The spike not
Very nice.
All right,
Bruh,
saved.
the
That way.
non-stop.
It is a back and forth of
Getting
sorts
the
of
stun
res
off the
used
Trailblazer
and so
Oh,
much
to then
more.
have Patman
But
just
it's
cover.
GE still
Oh,
to come out on
nuts.
top.
Yeah, that's a really
They used a
big
lot into
blow
that.
to
Deadlock
XLG.
call,
GE
wait,
now
deadlock
sitting
call,
with a
res.
ton
That's
of
so
credits.
cold.
Outside of that,
Bruh,
they've
the
got
sidestep
Blade
here was
Storm
nuts.
on Autumn, who I think is going to come in here with an outlaw, and XLG put all their credits into that last one. They put ultimates into that last one.
Funny.
And even No Man showing up in a big way was not enough.
Pansy
XLG
again. I'm sure that
trailing
every
by
time
2.
Pansy
The
finishes her
pause
broadcast, or if she's on the
changed
second
nothing.
series, she'll be up here.
And GE have a chance.
She's always
to
in the
extend
chat.
this
She's probably in the chat
further
right now.
Oh.
Great hit from No Man.
okay.
I mean, they really
No one
didn't see
saw it,
that
right?
one coming. But for GE, this is their opportunity
Set.
to push up to 5.
XLG.
And if it's clean, to build up an
They're ready
even
for you.
bigger buffer of credits. XLG,
Hey, you can't say that anymore.
It's sad, but
EMEA
in this round, they
double
almost need
made
to do
it.
damage.
Yeah, but then
I gotta
the
poke
other side
fun
of
where
the
I still
coin
can.
is some of
This
those ults
point,
that were
right
expended in the
now,
last round can
right
start
in
to
this
build
moment,
back
we're the
up.
better
So
region.
either way,
I
GE
know.
have got to be very happy.
It's
4
hard to
rounds
disagree.
already
They look-
versus
they
what is
do look
normally
good.
an incredibly tough.
Always
to
time
play
to
into
choke.
on the
Yeah,
defensive side.
There's always.
And you can't help but feel that that missed shot on the stunned up player made all the difference in the last round. Harvey somehow able to save himself. Even still, a bit cagey from GE. They know how important this is. Of course, a team that
Net yourself doesn't
the
go
talking point was that
as hard as Molly
they never
Yeah,
make
it's not
playoffs.
us.
And that's regionally. We're
Touchy.
talking about
Uh-oh.
in Pacific now. They are a map away from making it elsewhere. And while thankfully Autumn was
Nerfed
well
Bucky.
aware of the potential
I mean, I
of a
think he
close
just
position.
Definitely not just a whiff. It's the nerf.
Yeah, he
They
totally
sometimes
missed.
make it hard to hit. You flick up a little bit too high. I'm not even sure that's needed, Patman. I mean, he loved going for the TP plays last map. This time you're up against an eco in a 5v3, and he's like, I'm going to go for the
Nice,
play, boys."
Patman.
Fair enough.
As
He's
soon
got
as they
himself
won
2
that
kills for
initial
his
A
trouble.
fight at the beginning of this half,
Hopefully we don't
it's
see
just
that
wrecked
backfire a
them.
little
Yeah.
bit later
They just get
on.
so much
GE
space
seem
now.
To be feeling confident,
All
and
right,
the
I'm
flawless
becoming a
round will
believer in the
certainly
draft.
help.
I think Zila needs
5
to
rounds
call
already.
a timeout and just go heavy A, man.
Normally you'd be looking at that and going, that doesn't feel like
Just
a
losing
death
that much
sentence,
space makes it so
5 in
much
a row.
harder for them, it looks like.
I love that Autumn also
Versus
just
a
updrafted
triple
to.
senti
Like, he hit his
defensive
head on the
side comp.
doorway.
Yeah.
But it was enough to just offset Lysor.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, if they get to start on this side, you don't really
I mean,
need
with the
the other
pistols,
side.
it's 7 now.
They have shown stuff in the attack as well, but this is starting to feel a little bit detrimental. And that early pause kind of sold it that they wanted to stem the bleeding. It feels like, Mitch, this has to be the time that they stop it.
Yeah, this has to be where they restore order to this defensive side. An operator in play for Rarga. And so far, you even think back to the last full buy they had, they looked so good on the retake on A. So many pickups, no man was on a tear. And it wasn't enough. G, get Patman into position, pushed up on A.
Boy, they changed it up a little bit faster. And they got the lurk over towards A. They're actually just sending it in, because it's like
Shell's going to be forcing Happy way back.
Damn, they insert one.
And now it's time to go for Patman, but he's been spotted. The Prowler sees him. Now the element of
such
surprise
a big duel.
dissipates.
It's like the whole round on
You
this
won't
duel.
get a free sight anymore. No, they are calling for rotations back. The
don't have to push. You don't have to push. You don't have to push.
He's done good tag.
Oh god.
Focus towards the B site.
Oh, Yudo's grabbed.
Good. It's caught Yudotan, but now he's got backup. They're
Oh, what a way around.
Yeah, what the fuck is happening?
Ah. Everywhere. It's going to be confusing for XLG as to where the hit's coming in.
Oh my god.
It doesn't matter. They're finding all of the picks.
One of the weirdest ones.
This
That's
is
one of the weirdest rounds.
headless chicken gameplay.
I really was.
Getting 2 picks from it. Still a sensor here, but all that's really going to do is give the game away. Leo's committed a little bit further.
Drop the spike, you win.
Swing.
10 seconds left. One
Yeah.
That's
enemy
exactly what he's going to do.
Spike
8 seconds left. Patman, all he can
Kill them all.
really do is make this costly. A nice quick double.
Oh,
and well,
that's
there's
an
Leo
armory
at the
buy,
end
at least.
to close
Yeah.
out the round. XLG
Yeah.
will find themselves
In
a
one.
third.
Let me use the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, of course.
And now we expect to see them build into this half a little.
Obviously, Leo's there in the end to close the round, but it's also before even the first shot is landed that he really earns his money in this one. The fact that he puts that Prowler out to check if someone's outside A reveals Patman, who otherwise would have had an easy lurk. Those players were starting to rotate. Rarga was running away from the A site.
Can't buy
He went
after.
1v1 on a player that had no idea he was there, but Leo was curious, and the Prowler got them the early read on the play. Validated their concerns, and now a 3-5 scoreline. It's not
They had
pretty,
C. I mean, they kind of had everywhere.
plenty of rounds left in this half to still shape
Like,
up as a
they
good
didn't
one
really
for
know
the
what to
defense.
do after the
Rarga's on
initial,
angle, and he will find that with ease. Even the
after the
walls are
initial
slowing
luck
down
got
with the
caught
tree
out.
play.
Yeah, making sure he can't be surrounded allows him to
The VOD review
lock
one.
in on the angle. There has been a TP across already, but and the slows put into play. He knows exactly how to
here.
play around his utility, and even has support. Although Noman does have to be a little bit careful. I definitely don't think he knows that Patman's already ahead of it. A chance maybe to just
Patman can now call him back.
Find that kill, but there's the first, the second player behind the wall at least. Even still, that man advantage kept, and there's reaggression coming out from Leo as well.
Mate, you gotta
Patman
smoke
is just
behind
trying to
if you're
do
gonna do
everything. Spots the player.
Oh.
Knows that he's there, but his teammates are all falling
what
like
is this?
flies. We're watching a man play a
Dude,
masterful
this is
game
nuts.
to bring around a Rosie, but unfortunately his teammates aren't alive to help him
I mean,
out.
Patman has made this doable.
Still an advantage here for XLG.
Well,
Go
at least
feed
get the
that.
plans. 2v3, someone needs to step out of the
Patman
way,
just
and
got
with
his
the
smoke.
nightfall going in, it's going to
That's
be a
big
difficult
damage.
round. Shot landed on the Rarga, but he's still alive up top.
Wait.
Not for long. Happy does well. The drop down not heard, though.
Wait, Patman.
Here's a big swing from Happy Way. And
Oh, I was going to say that smoke was big from him. I thought he might be good to
fourth
kill Leo
round
here.
locked in.
That's a nice try.
And now we're starting to see
That's gonna get
this
close.
defensive side take shape.
It's very interesting because you go back and look at their games regionally. You'd think that maybe the 13-0 was 12 rounds on the defense. It was 12 rounds on the attack.
Nice shot, man.
But it's when they brought it here versus NRG where they struggled more on the attack side. So it's obviously imperative that they still throw in that solid hub. But for GE, clearly feeling like the attack, especially when you look at the composition, they're
I'm
running
out
with a
after
double
losing
duelist.
2. Sure.
Coinbase win condition feels like more
Maybe
of an
maybe
attack-sided half
talk about
needed.
the fact that they're
Even
losing the
still,
rounds
though,
when they're not grouping.
in the lead.
Be a little simpler.
And it did make me worry a little bit with how much Patman was able to get away with in the last round, but a man that has definitely had some crazy
Every time they just
individual
like split
performances.
up
I
like
think
this,
even
they just
regionally,
lost,
not being
really.
one of their major highlights over on the
I
side
might
of
even take the
GE
opportunity to go
is
aggro A
Yudotan.
here.
when it comes to this event,
We'll see.
he's been fantastic. In fact, especially I think back to the game of Fracture, where it was him, I believe, versus Sato, and it was that 1v1 operator fight that was going back and forward. We've seen a round like that in this map, where he found 3 on the entry, but we haven't seen that same superstar.
Oh, hello.
Just
Okay. Call the timeout. Drop 2 in a row.
On XLG, picking up that operator. Found them a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
think it's
success
just one
in
to
the
group,
previous
man.
round.
Every time they
Opening
split
on
up, they
A,
lose them.
Slowed the play massively, got the rotates in.
Away from
Traded
it.
out in the end.
No, yeah, 2 away from a
XLG are
showstopper.
now 1 round behind,
2 from Vice.
picking up some momentum.
It's a hard timeout on this one.
With a few rounds left to go, the lead could still be theirs at
It
halftime.
would just be
G's attack.
Okay,
Oh.
thank God for that.
Raga on
Fortunate.
A, they've walked into him on B, but this time they live to tell the tale.
trap play.
But yeah, in fact, he was the one that took the majority of the damage.
Or the
Immediate
TP on top of it as well.
ult usage, not really a chance to respond. The nade almost finishing off Noman, but that will be Harvey. And he had the spike.
Oh,
he
my
had
God!
A special delivery.
Pavan
all
needs
the
to get an
way
orb.
to the
He has
side.
the orb.
Yeah,
He can pick it up.
He has orb.
They
Okay,
DLI
okay.
over-rotated.
noticed just
Dude,
yet.
I
Oh.
had
The
no
TP can be
idea
taken.
it was the
Patman
orb.
doesn't have ult online.
The
They go
ult,
and
even
sit
though
down
it's
to
not.
realize now they know. With the orb taken, that
Very
spike
nice,
is not
very
going to
nice.
be there for long. It's
Holy,
stolen
that was
back.
crazy.
Thank God for
G
that.
walk into the
Not out of
inside
everyone, he got
wide
the
open.
fast
spike.
rotating
For
now.
XLG, it's not a bad idea.
now they
They're gonna
neural
concede a
theft.
plan, and Lysor's very low. But the main
Bold
thing
on
is
him, you're still
to
getting
avoid
revealed.
losing players in these early skirmishes. Play that retake together. And for now, at least, they've avoided any early flare from GE.
Yeah, but look at the ults. Showstopper for Yudotan could be a real spanner in the works. They'd
Into
love
Zudo,
to have
pop
that
it.
Annihilation back online now. And
Play
just
for a long
early.
time.
He's just holding it.
Yeah, it looks like
he
he's-
wants to
Oh!
try and deny them. It's
Oh!
a shot
What a
from
shot.
Raga. A man who was tagged earlier on, but he's still
God, that's
able
crazy
to
for him as well.
survive.
Rad res.
Oh,
nice
God.
shot
He's
as
also
well.
not getting
Oh,
any
nice
damage.
shot as well.
Good repeat on him. Crystal gets 1.
Already a pick
Oh,
up.
it's an
Crystal
incredible
also on
smoke.
the other side of this has found another res. Utilize
Ah.
the up top position of Patman gets
Oh.
nothing, and now all that
Time?
remains is Crystal versus
Ah.
the whole team. And Raga
Time?
once
I don't
again
think.
does the
They're running
almost
o- they're
time
trying to
with
run
the
away.
defuse of the rest of the team.
No.
Yeah, no time.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Okay.
Holy.
Okay.
Have it, but just a little
Still,
bit too slow. The
very
spike
rough,
will
but
act
we'll
as
take
a
the win.
Red Bull clutch.
I need
Holy
to turn
hell.
my volume up, and hell, maybe they do as well. That's ridiculous. 0.5 as well. Much bigger gap than I thought.
Yeah, they're on it slow.
And they
I mean, the
clearly
Razor
didn't know
just
either,
delayed for so
committing
long as
to
well.
that defuse, hoping that it would be close enough, but the realization kicked in before the spike had exploded. GE doing just enough. Less than a second in it.
Dude, they
The
lose some
sixth
crazy
round
rounds, man. It must
finds
be
its
mad
way
to be
into
their
their back
coach.
pocket.
The funny thing is-
Guaranteed neck and neck at the half.
Rough
It's
to
the
watch
showstopper.
Yeah,
sometimes.
poor Voya.
Yeah, that was it. Just that he held it just for a little bit of time. Sometimes you'll look at that and go like,
I mean, that one's
Maybe
less of
that's
a
a
melons
rose
round,
but
chat. That was more
not
just
in this
really
case.
good time by
Yeah,
global.
they bought a
bit
fair amount
early,
of time.
Earlier than I expected, but right on time.
The Pearl
Very well
round,
done.
that was a melons
The
round.
power round is the man.
XLG putting a lot of stock towards this C hit. They've got the
Getting
right
over
read, but
towards
they
the
don't know
site,
just how right
26
they are.
seconds.
Dog going through will keep
And
them
still
in
not
position.
planning, that's a mess.
Happy Way has very, very passive utility there, playing to punish GE when they take space.
Looking good with the
And I
ult.
meant more so towards the C site after the plan.
Oh!
Oh!
That was
Oh,
nice.
no,
In
no,
both
no.
cases,
Stop
very nice
that.
early fights.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Bruh.
Spike down.
Annihilating
that's where
him.
the Guardian really holds
Okay,
its
good,
value.
Crystal.
A nice
Good.
back from Crystal.
I have
He
a
does
Steel
his
Garden.
ultimate online. Again,
David?
timing it correctly.
Ah,
Good removal.
you had a Steel Garden!
And he's found Raga. and
Imagine
not
he
in the
got
way
that
he'd
kill
hoped.
though.
Autumn in a 1v3. He could reposition through the B site.
But they're
Still a lot.
watching, and there's still a barrier.
30
Yeah,
seconds
That's how it's
left.
gone.
The wall now breaks, and Raga already watching on that angle as well. Even making it on this cross is not going to be easy unless he can hit the shot immediately onto Leo, and he cannot. Raga already back in position once again, but is he just going to run
Run,
through?
run,
Can he make
run.
it through before
Yeah,
his opponent
yeah,
stops
okay.
it? Door needs to be broken.
Oh,
10
he got
seconds.
shouldered.
He's even hit. I think that might have been through the
Yeah, it
wall.
was
Yeah,
pretty
he
close.
shouldered him.
Chance.
He's left him down to 54. That's going to make this a damn sight
Oh,
easier.
on his head. Oh, and
Slow
flash
the
on his
power
head.
really even more
Oh,
so, and
Yeah.
yeah, you're right.
he died as well.
Really
Ah,
nice
what are you
play
meant
from
to say?
XLG now. We are seeing, again, what looked like domination to start this out after the second round.
They have
XLG
no
slow
right
down. G start to run away with it convincingly so in some of the rounds. It might have been slow to get on the board, but there's
There's
no
like
denying
one
the
guy.
One guy in the crowd.
One guy
No,
just
man.
chatting
No,
no.
XLG
man.
can still make this an even one.
God, that's
It is starting
really
to
good from
feel like Halo
Lysar.
once again, where GE come out of the block strong.
It's Rarga's off, man. It's just made such a difference.
Yeah, he's
it
been
feels
good
like
with the
every
op.
round he's either getting the information, but not being punished if he misses the shot, or in the vast majority, he's got them a man advantage, and then some. And you can't push him after because he's using his util to slow him.
I don't know, because Eli on attack.
Whatever he can put into play.
Eli's on attack's normally pretty good.
Last
Yeah.
round of the
Their
half.
bus C is good, their
And it's
bus
not the
B is
prettiest
good.
for GE either. Stingers for the most part. Of course, they
But
can
I will
still
say,
take the
I think the
weaponry away with
counter's
that
out
steel
there.
guard,
I think
and the
NRG
ultimate's
kind
not built up
of
on the other side. Leo is
NRG pretty
trying
much
to get himself a little bit closer, but
gave you how you should play against it.
unless he is
With
getting
that one way on
multi-frag,
C.
likelihood is that Nightfall will not be used.
Imagine G.
Minute on the clock, and GE. They're very
bullets
happy to
left.
sit
All
and
of his
wait.
stinger bullets.
Actually
68
everything,
shots.
yeah.
Yeah, we go to the classic
Might
eventually.
be here for a while. There we go.
Honestly, I think it would have broken just off of time with not that much of a difference. But we got one mag left for you to taunt.
He's baiting them in. He's baiting them in. And, you know, he has kept 2 players. Seeker's about to be used. See, they're trying to put Lysor in. And
Don't
now
scale
looking
before
to
the
remove
ult,
weaponry, but
please.
obviously, it does take a second or 2.
Okay.
Lysor's just going to have to run out of there, and I like the Thorns.
Oh, they
The
hit him.
Thorns forced him to take a lot of damage on the way out.
Hard retake.
Shield strip, but he's going to go and at least
Still
get
got
that heal
Skydog
back
to
from
take a bit
Rarga.
of space.
Again, we've seen this net before. This time Yutan very
Oh,
close.
at least he gets it.
Yeah, the
Oh.
fact he gets on there is nuts. They
For the
both
weaker
do.
weapons in this round.
Things
Patman,
got
you
their
have a
one.
Vandal.
Patman gets tagged, doesn't even get the heal.
Oh,
Steps into the
good.
smoke a
3,
little
2,
too
1.
early, and Rarga shuts him down as well with the recovered rifle. A look for the fight on Javi. He's not seeing the angle, but now he
Gun
has.
upgrade if he wants it.
Smoke's
Locking himself
gone.
away to hopefully have that cover from Crystal, but the smoke up has blocked him out.
They're not
He's gotta be
defusing it.
quick. They could be defusing for all he knows, but they've given the
They're
game
still-
away now. Still, no angle
No
on
way.
the diffuser, and
Oh,
finally
no
he
way,
will
he's played that
strike.
well.
The patience
Want it.
from Crystal, a flash still to work with, sees them defusing. He's got
Oh,
a
he's
swing
played
in,
that
and
really
Oh,
well.
Crystal, you
Just in time
beast!
for the Red Bull
He
clutch.
played that
What a
really,
round
really well.
coming out from Crystal. His teammates bought him the time for a mass wraparound
That was
all
nice.
the way through on that flank. And just
Probably did so good with the
impressive
stingers
stuff
to get one
individually
each.
to not
This guy should
outrun
never
at
be
the
getting
end
one.
When you know
Yeah.
that they could have been defusing, utilize that flash as well. That is just an intelligent player in the clutch.
Oh, a
Seven,
two-round
not bad
lead
at
for
all.
GE, who are already up a map. This is definitely looking like XLG are in
He always
trouble.
looks like he can't believe it.
Yeah,
Even
you-
though he does
They
it so
found it.
He always
regularly.
looks like he's shocked, man. It cracks me up.
Isn't exactly terrifying. For GE fans, though, this is exactly the kind of performance that they wanted to see. And certainly, someone in the crowd is looking very happy today. Let's go over to an interview with Javi's mom.
This is Mary Vick. She's Javi's mum, but also the captain, I think, of the Global
I
Esports fan
think.
club here in
Oh, okay.
London. The funny thing is, Mary Vick, when your son said he wanted to be a pro gamer, at first you were not convinced.
No, not at all. Not at all. He was always in internet cafes playing. And so his friend said, you have to watch him play. He's really good. And when I watched him play, I'm like, oh my God, he is a professional player.
And now you get to see him play for the first time in person in London. What's this been like for you?
It took 5 years for him to get here. And we all struggled. We all had sacrifices, but we supported him all the way.
So once you knew he could do this, you never stopped believing.
You betcha, yeah. Even his family, his siblings, his father, everyone, yeah.
And now it feels like your family has expanded, Mary Vick.
Woohoo! GE fighting all the way.
I wanted to ask you one quick question. Yesterday in the press conference, you asked the guys about their individual superpowers. What's the team superpower of global esports?
Oh my, I think a lot of it has to do with mentality, big time. Strong mentality.
Big time.
But you know,
Big time.
it's really the passion.
Helping
if
them
you
out,
don't have
is
the
it?
passion, you're out. Yeah.
And are people here feeling passionate about global esports? And I'm not surprised with Mary Vick on their side. Let's get into the second half.
W mom.
Well, GE
Yeah, it's a good interview
certainly
again.
fighting in this series, pulling no punches
Seems
and
funny,
leading 7-5. A chance to make it all the way to playoffs, and all they have
Pistol
to
makes
do
this easy.
is take down XLG in one more half or one more map.
Yeah, we've mentioned it throughout. A team that has talked about being scrim partners, relationships throughout, with Crystal being an XLG member.
Any
XLG
player getting
being
4
the
kill round or
team
higher,
that
yes.
sent out Yudotan
Crystal.
and No Man when they played on prior rosters as well. Even Autumn and Lysor have a connection with FPX, but only one of them can go marching on, as they eliminated 2 other teams from their
They fake the
respective
aggro
leagues.
A.
Only
the
one of
smoke
them makes it
nades,
into the
Oh,
playoffs,
yeah.
then
and
have
for
a
G,
punish
they are going to
on
hope
from
to try
B
and
and
do
have
it
a
in
punish
2.
C mount.
But for XLG, regionally, that attack side was strong. But I do think they're going to want to get a pistol.
No Man's got to be careful. He's got the spike right now, and the flank coming in. It looks like the
That looks
timing
a-
could be good
like
to
a high
catch him.
trip,
He's
no?
round
Oh,
the
it's
corner
theirs, yeah.
just in time. Instead, it's Leo.
Nice.
He's really thrown to the wolves there. XLG lose themselves their
Got
fade.
no idea that
They'll get the A
site's
side for this.
open.
Oh, maybe they won't. The wall's blocked out the spike. Again, No Man is isolated,
Uh.
is trapped,
Okay,
and he'll
scary
make it
peek.
back to his buddies.
Yeah, there's been a few moments already that could have made this round incredibly spicy. Instead, it's Leo sacrificed a post plant, which is normally where this composition becomes so
Got to
tough
break
to
double
break through.
wall
The
to get over
already
towards site,
in
man.
position,
Take a while with pistol.
and a flank already spotted. It may be a man
Stage will be
advantage,
expiring
but
somewhat
there aren't a
soon.
massive amount of advantages for GE here.
No, this can very easily flip-flop this
Okay,
direction.
Yudotan.
Damn.
Yudotan! Oh my god!
Lysor!
Ah.
Let's fucking go, dude.
I mean,
A
he
lot more than he bargained for coming his way.
Oh, that should have been a lot.
Straight in on the defuse, halfway to a showstopper.
Should have been a lot
That's just
harder than
nightmare
that. What
fuel
the
for
hell?
XLG.
Yeah,
You
they
want
just
that
all
boost into
flooded
the
from the
half,
same
and guy
spot,
runs around the
basically.
corner. Multiple people trying to face him on tap, and he just
One by
absolutely
one. I mean, he did
destroys
melt them fast, though.
quick enough to correct, but also a little bit.
Love that from him as well. I
Disjointed
just
from the other
insta-sticks
side,
the
not
Yeah,
spike as
he's-
well.
he's-
Like,
he
it's like-
knows, this is mine.
Yeah,
Gives
I got
GE
the
that
free.
little bit of a
You guys
boost,
killed the last man. I'm insta-stick.
and as I said, that is the last thing XLG wanted on their map choice, a map that regionally has been flawless over the last few months. There would be back-to-back defeats on it if they were unable to make a recovery. But fact is, recovery is
Missed
not
it
expected in
one
this
way.
round.
They had the net land to start this out, but no one followed up, and Crystal now surrounded,
okay.
finds himself in a bit more trouble. Excuse me. Crystal from further back, firing
I
in
think
those
as soon as
shots
you
and
miss that
making
one
it
way
out
there, you got to
and
leave.
buying a little bit of
Oh,
time.
how'd you miss that?
XLG
Did
aren't
Pat
going
not
to
have-
change
no,
the
Pat had a
direction,
gun,
at
I
least
was gonna
what
say,
we're
they-
seeing.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
of Moral
no,
Collective.
Might
he hit
change their
Bulldog.
mind. They know now rotates have happened. They know the C site's a little better defended. But you're either going to rotate into space that you've given up, or you're going to pump the brakes and just hope that GE start second-guessing themselves.
They're going to try and just walk it.
Blinded.
Flash is going to
Oh,
let them know.
not another
No
one.
Man's managed to win the fight. Crystal here, but the jump
Oh,
across is
no, no,
fantastic.
no, no,
They're
no, no,
playing
no,
as
no,
well
no, no,
as
no.
Savior.
Yes, Yudotan, let's go, boy.
This guy is the savior.
Back-to-back triples.
Acting
and a bit of
big
a-
so that he forgets
And he's
about
now
his
waiting
teammate as well.
For his teammate to come in
Probably just
behind.
break. You should get into that
Hathaway
a couple
still
of
with a
times.
rifle. Expecting.
Yeah, it's good from him. I wonder if Autumn told him to
Keep the
make
distraction
sound
going.
thing. Yeah, I reckon.
Okay.
Someone definitely mid-rounded that,
Another
set him to this.
Yudotan round,
Stay
a
a little,
showstopper
stay.
online. But the fact
make
is that
sound.
was still a little bit too
When the
close.
cage goes out, he can just go through the cage twice.
Panic
Sounds good.
version of me was thinking, well, we have the showstopper. Maybe
Oh,
just
what a
throw it in
savior
to
on.
win the round. But I think that was the backup plan here. Let Autumn go. Let him find the pick. If he dies, then maybe we throw that showstopper
That was
in.
what, one?
But it
Oh, no,
wasn't
he got it
needed.
online.
GE
Yeah,
find
yeah.
themselves in 9th. It looks on the timeline like an easy one, but certainly anything but with the way that panned out.
Okay, let's
XLG
get
now
set
come in with a full buy themselves. Losing this, the chances of making playoffs, they take a plummet real quick.
Rifle handed over to Harvey. Yudotan is just going to be playing with the showstopper this round, waiting for someone to make contact. And if the
I'd
stars
might be
align,
tempted to pop the Razor into this.
I think you find any opener.
Yeah.
It really is. As
Why he's the one with
bonuses
the
go, a weak
ghost
one.
here.
More pistols than
I will
purchased
take this.
weaponry. And
A little bit of a trap play though.
for XLG, this is
Contact shot
feeling
into
like the
Razor
moment to
sends.
build back into this game. They've even got heavy shields on every single player.
Got a
They
decent
know
jumping
what
off
they're
point.
up against. There goes
Yep.
the showstopper.
There you
go.
go. There you go.
Freebie.
Instant
And a
reaction,
weapon that
send
can
it
be picked
over.
up by
Gets a
Yudotan.
gun and it's
A really
great balls
big kill
down.
as well. Not only for the weapon, but for that utility removed. XLG
I mean,
now, flank is open.
one
They've
on here
gotta
for Crystal
go.
is good.
The decision is towards the C site. Wall gone in. They can make
One
it
would
on
be
the
very
Crystal
good.
site. A little bit
Oh,
quicker.
God.
It's unlucky,
Nice
man.
shot, but the
Yeah.
wall got in the way.
Home's up back up
keep
too.
things even. With a plant coming through, he
Yeah, and this is where it becomes hard to retake this.
That's not a comp.
30
So
seconds
close.
left.
That's not a
Still got
comp
Omen
spam
flash
angle.
also.
Planted.
Lee
Kevin,
almost
thanks
got
so
a
much for the
haircut.
Prime, man. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you.
This is still where things get so much tougher for GE. The post plant versus what is now a double senti. Still incredibly difficult. Yudotan is taking that initial space, but
Oh, this
Braga
grab net
grab
was
net.
so
Oh.
big.
And now he's got annihilation.
Yeah.
Double tap through the smoke.
And they got Razor out of it.
3K.
Showstopper is 4 players staying alive for XLG. That is a good way to break back.
Guys, could definitely be a revival for XLG if they
They gotta
have
fight
a
C early,
bit of a
though.
streak early on.
They gotta see
That
fight
round is
C
one they're
early.
expected
Gotta
to
fight that
win.
mounds control.
3K! That's what makes me feel a little bit better about XLG's chances. The vibe check over that side of the
I see
stage.
that.
Oh.
I see that smoke
All
going over
smiles,
towards
all
A. No.
standing.
Glass cannon.
Uh-oh.
Might be about to wipe that spot.
Oh dear
Oh
God.
my
Ah!
God.
He's making it out. At least it seemed like he was.
Imagine
Crystal back
NRG
first. Crystal gets
showing
shot
you how
in
to beat
his
this
place,
comp
Autumn
and then
follows
not
him
even copying
to the
it.
spectator screen. That's one hell of a start for XLG. And
Oh
yeah,
dear
I
God.
think you kind of have to save.
This is the problem. Like you're
Why are they
running
going
that double
aggro
duel.
A, man?
You're
Just
up
fight
against
C.
a set of
They
composition
spam
that in the
C.
post
That's all this
plant
comp
is
does. It spams
almost
C.
impossible. Just
when it
look
fails,
at
they
the utility
pop
on the
B.
map right now. There's a wall holding onto the cross. They've already put a sensor in the spawn, a second wall to block off with the barrier.
God, and they just
Like,
get it
there's
straight
no
up.
way
It's
back
just
into
2
the site
kills,
as
nothing,
it is.
no ults
What you're
committed.
going to see from GE is these aggressive starts. Like we want to deny them having all of those players
They're just
in the
booing
post
'cause they're
plant.
saving.
We want to deny
Yeah.
them getting
Yeah.
into the post
Fair
plant
play.
in the first place. The problem is you get wrecked like that and you have no choice. There is no way that they're getting back in.
It does just look like a rare mistake from Crystal to step in. Gets unlucky that he spammed down, but of course it's an angle they're spamming when Autumn had been caught out the way that he did. Autumn overstaying his welcome in the smoke. Crystal going down ahead of his utility. What else can you do but save? I can tell you what else,
timeout,
you throw your
maybe?
weapons away. That's,
Yeah.
you have
Yeah.
2 choices. One of them much better
I
than the
think
other.
this is the time for that.
A great net at the end.
Timer's ticking.
He's having a good time.
Yeah, maybe not now.
Captain 3K got it in the last round, but
A timeout. Oh, there we
when
go.
we look again to see if there's any sort of response, of course, the problem for GE is that
That or Lysor spilled the water
you
again.
get into that
Yeah,
first
totally.
proper buy round, you get slaughtered off rip. And in fact, that's a moment to take
Yeah,
a
I mean,
pause.
this
is now both
The
coaches
smoke
in
and
both halves
C
that
fighting
after
C
losing
now,
2
and it might not be this
has
round,
taken a
but it'll
timeout.
at least be. They say
It
3
is
guns. It should be this round.
A very unusual look.
I would love to
And I
see
do wonder
Zilai
if,
just
you know,
pop
in this matchup in
B
particular,
here. Either
being
pop
scrim
B or actually
buddies,
take A
you have a
control.
lot more learnings to draw from. You have a lot more tendencies to predict, to lean on.
They're talking to each other.
And I'll tell you what, Frost has got a lot to say. He is rattling it off. I think I'd get afraid every time I see our team.
Come on, Global.
Just lift the headset slightly, lower 10%.
You got the weight of
It's like, oh, what did I do wrong?
4 countries on your shoulders.
It's actually crazy that we could hear him
Technically 5,
from here.
but
Yeah.
I'm not
In
counting
the
Russia just
venue.
because there's
That's
other
To be
Russian
fair,
players.
that wasn't him talking to them. That was just him.
The
talking
Philippines,
about-
Korea,
In general,
India,
yes, he wasn't
Australia.
losing his mind
Yeah.
in a timeout. That was just his commentary.
Yeah, the whole of
But
Oceania.
a 2-round gap between these two. For Global Esports, as you said, 3 players surviving, great. You at least have those 3 rifles. But alongside them, there won't be a lot. Autumn would love to have a Blade Storm here.
Yeah,
but
I guess
3
it's going to
away,
be next round.
not
I like
really
this from
feasible
Zilai,
goal.
though. They go aggro over towards A.
So
They're
G,
thinking that they're
even
going
with
to
those
pick
rifles,
up some
this
kind
will
of
be a
solution
weak
over
round,
towards
but let's
C,
see what
fight
they
C
talked about
mount.
in that timeout.
They want to take the space that they believe will be free.
At least try and challenge, but a little bit of early control. Harvey with an off angle.
Such a nice change that they made on
One that
Lotus, giving the front
should be
steps more
expected.
space.
That cam,
Been good to
I
watch.
believe, has given things away already.
Oh,
The
okay.
game
Oh, it
is
hit
he
him.
got him.
Oh, it hit him.
Oh, he got
And
him.
Javi panics and Yutan.
Javi
Okay,
tries
he's
to
got to go
react.
crazy.
I mean, he's going to get
Yutan
another
has been
3K.
a man of many moments. This would have to be one of the best of them. The full squad running down on him, and he had no support.
Got owned by that Prowler, man. It's a good Prowler.
They left Patman as the sole defender
Spike planted.
of the other side of the map, and he is only just making it over here.
Last player standing.
Yeah, some credit's not in the best of positions. With Artem being the last alive, maybe picking that rifle.
Ooh.
Getting out could be the right play. Getting some damage in on top of it. For now, at least, he's just sat down in the spawn waiting, expecting someone to come pushing.
With the problem as well is a lot of what you can see with this XLG comp, and it's what I have seen when other teams have tried to run it, is a lot of the time you can need an
Oh, this is starting to get uncomfortable.
Like, I think we
Yeah.
witnessed it in this round. The Annihilation takes a player away, pulls someone in.
Yeah, it's a little...
And it gives you an opener,
I mean,
and you can then react
Save
off
the...
that. You see people
Wait, does
try
he
and
not need
react
to
to
save that
ultimate.
gun to drop
So to be
Harvey?
honest, the worst thing that Autumn can do is run in.
I would have thought so.
You don't want them to have a nightfall. You don't want them to have a res, because then you can sacrifice someone and then they come right back again. So it's kind of an awkward spot where, yeah, the best thing I can do is die to the spike.
Raga's definitely having a much better time
Missing,
as well
wait,
in
we're
terms
really
of
missing
impact.
a vice
Even here,
wall?
the
What do I
all
do
that
from
utility,
vice
you had
wall?
the sky flash, you had the nade go through on A main, he just
Sure.
walked past it.
Eye
And
armor.
him walking past it,
No
and they
off
were
draft.
much quicker to actually fill in the space, because he was telling them, yeah, they naded, yeah, they flashed, but no one stepped forward. And if no one stepped forward, they're either
Dude, no
playing
smoke
passive,
C
or they've
pounds.
rotated and left this as
They
a light
smoke
side of the
front
map.
A again.
Early chance here for Autumn. Operator will be bought up.
I don't know
Odin in
about
play for Crystal,
this
playing towards the
game
doors on
plan.
A.
No, can just take
XLG
orb.
have shifted their focus to this C site.
What do they give it?
Looking
Rog?
at this
Maybe Rog
operator
took
who's
it.
not got a very favorable angle with that smoke in the way.
That would have
The
been
shot won't
a
land
great
for him
shot
either.
to be found.
But even just hearing that op seems to have made XLG reconsider.
Oh yeah, if you were going to run anything that you might have seen NRG do, I think it might be an operator and an Odin. I think they might have been inspired in that case. The only problem is they would also
Stay
then
on that
need,
angle.
I think Patman
Oh,
to drop like
so
34
God.
kills like
Paint
Kiko
shell?
did to
Paint
get
shell?
them through the map.
He saw
Good,
them
it's
there. They
good,
don't
it's
think
good,
he
it's
saw
good,
them.
Nice.
it's good, it's good.
Yeah, nade is
Okay, just
perfect.
get one, get out. It's fine.
Unitop
That's fine.
with a little
They
jump
did
peek, and
so
XLG
much
just
damage, bro.
Destroyed
As
That
a
nade was
result,
on the head.
Happy Way's almost
And
dead,
Raga
they've
healed
lost a
himself.
player.
He was like
Raga
70
just healed
HP.
himself.
Healed himself instead of healing Happyway.
Stealed him. Oh, okay. That's
I think so, Tom.
At least I don't think he was much
Usually
lower
heal
than that.
Then Happy Way is top health. Maybe just a reaction.
I mean, Raga is top fragging, I guess.
Sorry.
yeah. Sometimes you gotta look out for
Seemingly
number
the
one.
wrong one.
30 seconds left.
Spam.
Oh, that's why.
Oh, maybe Raga was the right person. Now he has that res online. The swing through.
Okay,
a little bit
that's
risky
why.
for Yutan.
Big
And
res.
now they get that res in play. It's going to leave.
Oh,
Lights are
Oh,
on.
Raga.
Now is Patman.
He's
It was
healing himself
starting
every
so
round
well
after that
for the
one.
side
My
of
God.
But now they are a man down again.
Happy Way still on 12 HP, and now the Odin's starting to ring out, but he's backed out of the site. Those wall bangs
yeah,
willing to
now
get
they're worried about
close to it.
stairs.
And
This
with
is
an
really
offset
good
on the other
attention pulling
player.
from XLG.
And the wall being triggered.
I mean, that was a crazy
Second
recovery from
fade.
them.
Oh
I'm not
my
gonna lie,
God.
Raga did
They're
unbelievable.
sensing too much danger here, and XLG grabbed themselves
might
a
need another
ninth round as a
timeout.
result.
It's just immediately Crystal starts looking towards the
Yep.
other side. Going, oh, he's flanking us. They're still checking for all of these positions just because Leo just walked out and baited the wall. That's just a clever little piece. Maybe he was actually going to flank them until then, but
Oh, no, no,
what a
no, no,
recovery
no.
from XLG. That round started with an unbelievable amount of damage done
I'm
off the
back
back
to
of the nade,
questioning
and then from then onwards, GE
why
just
this was let
crumbled.
through.
Like it was
Oh, you at least
again,
think the
just
game plan
players
would make
trying
sense.
to be a hero
This
in
was a
these
cool trap
moments.
play,
A
but
swing out of a smoke.
overall, it's
Then
just
moments
shocking.
later, another swing out of a smoke. They are being caught out in isolated fights, and that's exactly what XLG want.
Oh, yeah, they used both timeouts.
They've used both
It was
timeouts?
looking
Yeah.
like we were getting
They
towards
might
the
be
home
cooked.
stretch for global esports, like a 2-0 was on the horizon and growing closer by the second. But now, the shoe's on the other foot.
Hold up.
Things have slowed down, and a 4-round streak has put XLG
Dude, I
right
feel like
back
Zeli
into
are
this
waiting
game.
for a shutdown on C heavy, and it's just...
Right back into this
And there was at
series
least a
and right
punish
back
last
into
round, though.
contention for playoffs. It's GE with a weak buy.
Oh.
Still the Odin, but the rest are with pistols.
Oh,
And they're
lovely
isolated.
little
Unitime
jiggle into
stands
jump.
no
Oh,
chance.
that's cool.
Dear.
He was kind of meant to
Madness
be the
for cool.
second layer to
And
the
Swall and
operator.
split, leave Raga on top of
He ended
this.
up being left
Yeah, and they
alone.
got front B as well. It's a great pivot
Immediate
into D,
call to
man.
try and go back in the other
Oh,
direction.
God,
And
stop
they
knifing
leave
it.
one on the boost.
plant seems guaranteed. And once again, once all of that utility...
Whoa, he
Oh.
spammed it with the
That's
plant.
at least a nice spam.
Okay.
It's one of the few weapons, but they
Ah,
now
he
just
saw
going
him.
to opt to go back in the other direction again.
Looks like plant down below is going to come through. Crystal trying to contain them, but won't find anything from that spot. No paranoia to work with to break back in. Patman has a gap in the wall, but they should know by now. He can possibly walk through, and now they most certainly do. Getting anything here should be tough.
God, it's hard to
Patman
just-
is the one
That's
risking
nice
his
from
life.
Patman,
The
though.
rest of the squad
He did
saving
good to
those
actually hit
weapons
that
yet
out.
again. Not worth throwing at a round like this. And maybe if they found one more pick,
Oh,
maybe
no,
if something
no.
else had gone their way, they'd try. But instead,
Well,
the question is, will they be allowed to save them? XLG are hunting them, at least in the case of Varga, but he will meet his demise.
They've got so many credits that it really does become irrelevant. And as said, with their ults being so impactful, think about the res in the prior round. I don't think
with
he's
no
going to care
timeouts, it's
if he
hard,
goes
man.
down, as long as he's getting those ultimate
Fight
orbs.
C, Vice
I
on
also
A.
think this brings back an interesting
Surely.
conversation at the beginning of the veto, because
Can hold
obviously
offline
I'm not
on
gonna
A.
pretend
Finishes are still NRG.
to know these teams better than they know each other. They're scrim partners. They probably know each other better than anyone else. When I was trying to predict the veto, I thought the G would ban this map and risk playing Fracture.
Yeah, I mean, we all did.
There was something about the Fracture of XLG that maybe they didn't want to play, or they thought they had a counter on this map. And from what we're seeing so far in this attack side, I'm starting to question if that's true.
Ground control again.
10 rounds and a lead for XLG. A showstopper online for GE, an investment. Full
Okay,
minutes.
good,
First
good.
time in a while they actually
Been
get that.
saved for so many rounds, and now it has the early round impact. Now it lands that blow to XLG to put them a man behind. Their response is to scale up into C, and they will find this very free.
Yeah, they bait the wall. Crystal realizes that, yeah, I can opt to try and fight this alone,
Wait.
but once the utility comes in, it's going to be incredibly
Bender.
difficult.
Nice.
What
Spike's now
the-
stranded.
Risky, though.
C.
You know
Leo
Rogers
was
top
trying
wall.
to bait them in, and he succeeded. Obviously, they're not
How did
planting
that eye hit him?
towards the waterfall because of the spams coming through on the other side, and even still,
That
they just
certainly
can't find
did.
a safe space. That will be the moment, though. No man with a decent shot.
Good
Showstopper
omen.
now.
Oh!
Oh, it's a good omen flash
You
as
said
well.
he's been
He was
having
the
a
only guy that wasn't
standout
hit by
game,
it.
but this really is a step up, an immediate headshot.
Oh,
Still
Raga,
Oh my
bro,
God.
he's doing insane work.
2v2.
Come on,
Nah,
fuck!
there's
Now,
no way.
man. No!
Bruh,
2 kills for
that's
him.
nuts.
2
Oh,
rounds for
Raga
him.
is just
XLG
doing
hightailing
work,
it
man.
towards Breeze.
That's
that is a
insane how they win
backbreaker
this.
round. G had it all. They had the opening picks. They had the ults. They had the tags. They denied the plant. And they threw it all away.
Yeah, how do they not win that?
Overeager, spamming with an Odin, 80 bullets through
I
the smoke.
saw.
And you don't think that
And he
should
gets the
happen?
plan as well.
Jumping in with the showstopper when nobody else is ready to go.
Oh, okay.
This is a team that lost their way. And now we might go all the way to Breeze as a result for XLG.
And when
This
they
is
when they
so
actually want to
risky.
fight
Again
C, they
against
don't even give
weaknesses.
themselves a one-way.
This
I
is
just
so
don't
risky.
understand
Invested
what the hell
somewhat.
they're doing.
3 rifles. But that showstopper out of the equation. The Blade Storm no
Rotate.
longer around. This makes life so much easier
Oh, a little push
for the
through.
attack side.
Okay,
Nice.
I can get on board with this.
Okay.
Calm down. Instant reaction, and they can't really
Going happy way again.
Set
take too much space.
strategies have not been working. Let's resort to just
Big
trying
from
to punch
Udo.
them in the throat. A walk up, and they've got
No!
Either one, though. It looked like there was
Ow.
an opportunity for more than that. Even still, man
They
advantage
put a
now.
lot of ults into
Harvey
this.
not
No, I
really
mean,
with
sure.
the weaponry to do too much here, and with the TP to
one
the back
way
of the
out.
site. A post plant will ensue, but 2 of those sentinels are gone. It's only going to be No Man's util this time.
Oh god.
Oh, Leo can run through on that dog, but he
there's
decides
no
to go
spam,
back,
you know one's
wary
there.
of more players.
Everybody else went stairs.
Wise move. Goes the C's a little further than expected. Perhaps GE now have their ult to go through.
Okay.
Weapons are going to be removed from the
Yeah,
hands of
all but
XLG.
one maybe?
Pushes
Yeah,
about
I
to
mean,
come
they
through.
absolutely
No
owned
man
it.
gets caught off.
Oh, he flashed
Oh,
himself.
for
Killing
fuck's
him with his
sake.
own Flash, Javi. That's a big mistake.
They got the
It's gonna
damage on the
chance
Patman
that
as well. You can
rifle
finish him with
back
the right
up.
click.
Oh my god. Oh my god, how are they?
Son of a bitch,
How are they
man.
losing these rounds,
Oh my
bro?
god.
For XLG.
Oh, he flashed
And
himself.
GE have got to be kicking themselves. They have thrown what could have been a lead
Oh my god, I can't believe he splashed himself.
Maybe even a favored one.
It's okay, Hobby.
Thrown into the wind.
Divide did that, and then he went
Looking
to
like
lift the
a
trophy.
ultimate capitulation.
Did I miss something? Yeah, he definitely flashed himself,
7
right?
rounds
No, he flashed him.
Each one that goes by feels more and more like the one that will finally break the streak.
Just
That one
Okay,
definitely
3.
the peak of it, but again, back-to-back
absolutely
rounds.
fucked
Where
it.
Lysol
I
steps
just watched
up.
the whole defense half, and they
Now
didn't
just one
see
needed
Mound
to take us to a
smoke
third
once,
map.
though.
GE might look
I
back
just
at
don't
this and be
understand
kicking
it.
themselves. They could have had this instead. They
Hack
lost
it up!
to
Hack it up!
3 players gone.
It's over!
2v5 needed.
Go to Breeze!
Oh
Come on,
man,
We
this
don't
round
need
is
to watch
looking
the
like a
rest of
breeze.
this.
that's funny, bro. It's still NRG's game plan.
For GE,
It
as
takes
you
10
said,
minutes.
Yeah.
third map now
And if you
on
don't
the
want to commit those
horizon,
10
it
minutes,
seems
don't fucking
almost
play this map!
for them to fight their way back into this one.
Jackdaw, thanks so much for the
devastating
prime.
knowing-
Appreciate the 36 months.
Oh, they're going to be slowed down even more by that util potentially. Oh, they made it past. But knowing that this could have been, if not a closed game, a much closer one, and instead, look at what they're running into.
Oh,
Crystal, okay, that's
Very
a double,
teammate.
a chance to break his teammate out. It's not quite over just
That-
yet.
There goes all your
But
bullets.
He knows
very
where-
much
he knows
seems
where
like
some
it
of the
is.
others
The
are.
time too far gone. The
9
slow
bullets and a
on the
Lotus.
Done.
spike.
God, man, I knew that this was fucking troll. You know what? I will verbatim read my messages to Frost that I sent last night off on this stream.
bro, I mean, it's mad to do it.